Imagine a city that seems impossible, where the air is so cold that every breath burns your lungs from the inside, where a simple walk without preparation can end in frostbite. Right now, it's minus 52 degrees here, and this is no anomaly. It's an ordinary winter day. My breath turns into millions of tiny ice crystals before it even leaves my face. My eyelashes freeze over in seconds. The metal outside is so cold, you can't touch it with bare skin. Your flesh will stick instantly. This is Yakutsk, the coldest city on planet Earth. And I'm here to understand one simple thing: how 350,000 people live where living seems impossible. Minus 71 degrees Celsius, the lowest temperature recorded in this region. For comparison, the average temperature on Mars is minus 60. It's colder here than on another planet. Winter lasts almost 7 months, and throughout this time, temperatures rarely rise above minus 30 degrees. Minus 40 is considered normal here. Minus 50 is unpleasant, but bearable. Only when the thermometer falls below minus 55 do locals say it's really cold outside. But the most amazing thing is not the temperature. The most amazing thing is that people live here. Many people. 350,000 people who go to work, take their kids to school, shop, and live ordinary lives in extreme conditions. When the plane lands in winter, you don't yet realize what awaits. Inside the cabin, it's warm. Outside the window, just a white landscape. But then the doors open,
and the first blow hits immediately. As if the air turns solid and hits your face. Your lungs contract, refusing to accept this icy air. Your eyes water, and tears freeze instantly on your cheeks. Within seconds, you realize the clothes that seemed warm are just fabric. The cold penetrates through. Fingers go numb. The tip of your nose burns. And one thought appears. I need to get inside. Now. Locals watch you with a slight smile. They've seen people like me hundreds of times. Tourists who thought they knew cold, but who in minutes realized how wrong they were. The first real shock, the cars. You approach a regular store. On the parking lot, dozens of cars, and all of them running. Engines working, but empty cabins. This is not forgetfulness. This is necessity. In the cold, engine oil thickens. The battery drains in hours. If you turn off the car, it simply won't start. So people either leave engines running around the clock or put cars in heated garages, a luxury available to few. Or cover the car with a special insulated cover. Here it's called Natasha. There are also block heaters that keep the engine warm. This is not an option. This is survival. I stand on the parking lot among running cars. The silent motors, steam from exhaust pipes. It looks like a scene from another world. To understand the cold, I asked locals, "What's the lowest temperature you remember?" And they answered calmly, as if talking about a light rain. Minus 60, minus 63, minus 70. For them, this is not extreme. It's just life. And this constant calm confidence in their strength, that's the most impressive thing. Buildings in Yakutsk are arranged in a special way. Many have airlocks, several doors in a row. When the outer door opens, cold penetrates only into a small vestibule, while the inner door stays closed. This way, frost does not enter inside immediately. Floors at entrances are covered with carpets, not for comfort, but for safety. Falling on ice at minus 50 is no joke. It's a risk of serious injury. The most unusual houses stand on stilts, above the permafrost, which is never thawed. If the permafrost warms from a building, the ground starts to move. That destroys houses placed directly on the soil. So here, everything stands on stilts, like legs of a stool. And communications, water pipes, heating, run above ground.
Pipes above the earth, covered with insulation and constantly heated. It's a complex and expensive survival mechanism. I walk along the pipes, touching them with gloves, thinking, this whole city is a big living organism through which life and warmth flow. At the market, everything is different from anywhere else. The street is a giant refrigerator. Fish and meat lie frozen without freezers. All the food looks like it's from an Arctic movie. Vendors work 10 to 12 hours in the cold. They survive with a few things: thick clothing, constant movement, hot tea, and skins on the floor to keep their feet from freezing. They eat stroganina, thinly sliced frozen fish and meat. This is not tourist exotica, but everyday food vital for keeping warm. Horse meat, fatty dishes. There's a lot of fat in the diet, which helps the body produce heat. This is survival cuisine.
I did some simple experiments to show how cold works. Boiling water thrown into the air turns into icy mist. A banana left in the cold becomes harder than stone. An egg frozen outside cracks upon a sharp hit. Wet clothes harden like a board. This is not just cold. This is another world. A world where water turns to ice in seconds, and your life depends on how well you are prepared. Yakutsk. It's not only that you can't touch metal without gloves, it's a constant war with frost, which humans adapted to and won. Every step here is calculated, every decision, a question of survival. From cars and houses on stilts, to a cup of hot tea in the hands. And even when it seems winter can't be defeated, people continue to live, work, love, and create life.
Yakutsk, the coldest city on Earth. But inside it beats a big human heart.